Screencastify dropped an update recently that some of you might be sleeping on. As you're striving towards creating lessons that use the higher tiers of the SAMR model and infusing the 4 C's into your lessons, you're probably looking for ways that students can submit their artifacts and projects. After that, you may get overwhelmed trying to keep up with all of their digital content. I know I find myself searching Google Drive often for a specific file that continues to elude me. Well, Screencastify has added a submit feature. You can now create an assignment in Screencastify, send it to Google Drive, and the student video responses live in Google Classroom Gradebook. That means no more digging through Google Drive trying to find student submissions. You can use Screencastify Submit to collect virtual presentations, spoken foreign language assessments, and fluency progress, just to name a few examples. This feature is limited in the free version. You can only have one open assignment at a time, so make sure to close the assignments when they're completed so your other students don't miss out on this fun addition. So let's take a little deeper dive into Screencastify Submit, and I'll show you exactly how it works. It's so easy on your side. So go ahead and install the Screencastify extension, create your account, sign in, click on your Screencastify extension. Once the drop-down loads, click on the 3 bars, and then head down to Submit. We have the Submit tab selected. Let's go ahead and hit New Assignment. And so here you have 2 different options. So we've got the Google Classroom option, which lots of other websites have. You also have the original, the submit link. So this could be a hack for you. If you use the link, you could post that link to all 3 of your science classes, and all students could take advantage of this tool at the same time. So for our purposes today, let's just go ahead and click Google Classroom. So for this assignment, I want my students to deliver a presentation for me that they've prepared on atoms. So what I'm going to do, I want to actually see them deliver it too. We're going to practice being present in front of the screen and being engaging. So I'm going to click Screen and Webcam Recording and then hit Next. So we're going to go ahead and fill in all the information here so students know what to do. So instructions are going to go down in that descriptions part of your Google Classroom, and your title is going to be the title of that assignment as it'll show up on their classwork tab. So let's hit Next. Let's select where we want it to go. Let's send this to my science class. And again, we're going to select all students here. I only have 1 student in there right now. This is my test account. We can add our due date. So let's go ahead and say it's due on Friday. And we can even add a topic there. I'm going to add no topic, so this shoots up to the top of the classwork tab and it's easy to find. We'll also grade it out of 100 points. And just like in Google Classroom, we can assign it right now, or we can schedule it to pop up later. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Assign. There we go. Let's check it out and see what it looks like in your Google Classroom. So let's head over to the classwork tab. And there we go. We see it right at the top. So let's click on the assignment and then hit View Assignment. So this is what your students are going to see right here. They're going to have a link. They see your instructions right here too. So let's hop over to a Chromebook and see the exact experience that your students are going to have. So just like any other Google Classroom assignment, we can see it in our upcoming box right here on the left. Let's head over to classwork, and then still up at the top, record your presentation. So our students are going to click on that link. Now I want you to notice real quick, there is no Screencastify extension running on this student device. So they do not need the extension for this. All right, when they're ready, we're going to go ahead and hit record. The first time your student uses this, they will be asked if Chrome can use their camera and their microphone. They just need to hit allow. And you'll notice that the webcam preview already popped up right here in the bottom right-hand corner, because I set it up to record the webcam and the student screen for their presentation. So we're going to hit share. And then we get a nice count in, just like normal. I'm going to move this box out of the way and head over to my presentation. All right, and there we go. So I can begin my presentation. So here's slide 1. This is kind of my introduction where I'll talk about atoms. And then we'll move to slide 2, where I dive a little bit deeper and we can look into the nucleus and recognize the protons and neutrons, and then begin to talk about the outer shells and all the electrons. When they're done, they head back over to the Screencastify tab and hit stop recording. Just like you're given a preview with the Screencastify extension, they're given the same preview so they can watch their presentation and make sure they did it well and that it meets all the requirements. And if they don't like it, they can hit start over. And if they're happy with their recording, they can hit submit. You get the prompt that you've successfully turned yours in, so we can head back over to Google Classroom. And you notice that it actually turned it in for me. So everything's handled right there in that Screencastify tab for submit with our students. Screencastify has always worked on Google Chrome for Chromebooks, laptops, and desktops. But now students can submit a webcam video from any device. The developers at Screencastify have made it so simple that any student can start recording from any device with just a few clicks. This works on any device, so your students with iPads can take advantage of this as well. So go ahead and head over to the classwork page, and I can see at the top I have an assignment called Reading Fluency. Let's tap the link, and I'm just going to open it in Safari. Your students will be asked to verify their account, so they sign in. But because I've already used G Suite on this iPad, I just need to verify by tapping the account that I want to use. So it's that easy, and now I'm ready to record, and it automatically launches our camera app here. Let's hit record. And so your students are going to begin. They're going to read the paragraph that they have printed out for them, or the reading excerpt from their book, or deliver their foreign language spoken assignment. And when they're finished, they're just going to hit stop. And just like before, we can preview that, we can redo it, or I'm going to hit use video. I'm going to hit done in the top left-hand corner, refresh my page, and now I can see that my video has been turned in to my teacher. So let's hop back over into the teacher side of Google Classroom and see what the turned in assignment looks like for you. So let's start off with the science assignment and go over to classwork and then hit record your presentation, and we're going to view that assignment. And so it's going to launch in Google Classroom Gradebook. So once I click on that student work, this should be a familiar view to you. We can play it automatically. We can add a score here, private message, and then when we're done, we just hit the right arrow to flip to that next student. So we're not digging through Google Drive trying to find all these assets and everything to grade. It's right here in the Gradebook. Students immediately get a grade. We can have a conversation in the comments about things to improve on in the future. So no more excuses. It's time to introduce your students to Screencastify and give them a chance to create using video.